I'd like to call the FY 2023 budget work session to order. Budget work session was held on Wednesday, May 4th, 2022, during which there was a budget overview and budget review by Michelle Saylor, Director of Budget and Personnel Services, as well as a presentation by each department. Council members submitted questions to the administration and received a memorandum from the City Administrator, Pulley, dated May 6, 2022. Tonight, we will continue with any questions from the council. And after questions from announced on that ordinance, an ordinance adopting the FY 2023 operating budget and capital improvement programs will be scheduled after our conversation. All right. And I'll start with any questions from the council. So I'll start with Councilman DeWalt.
Good evening, everyone. I have just a couple comments and questions concerning this year's budget. It seems like I've been approached many times by seniors and some of the dog walkers and some of the walkers and the people along Main Street. And a lot of them are afraid to cross in the crosswalks. And we do have 2 crosswalks with where you press a button and lights and it lights up. But and each one of them have shown concern that the lights are not bright enough. And that's in the 300 and the 500 block of Main Street. And I even had one of the seniors write a letter that I read at one of the council meetings saying that it's not catching the attention of the drivers. And by the time they get off on 7th Street and come down and make it to 5th Street, they're traveling at a high rate of speed at that time. And I strongly believe that some sort of lighting a little bit larger than what we currently have there would help a great deal in enhancing that. And if even we've already passed the ordinance on speed cameras, even one of those speed cameras that's outside of City Hall would work well on Main Street. The other 2 crosswalks are in the 400 and 600 block of Main Street. These have no lights or anything. They're just merely crosswalks. And these are the bad part about the one in the 600 block of Main Street is that cars can park right up to the crosswalk. So you already in crossing over right there at 6th Street, you already have to go 4 to 5 feet out into the roadway even before a car is going to get a visual look at you as they're coming down the roadway. I think that this enhancing all 4 of these crosswalks would be beneficial, especially to our seniors at the Selborne House and the other apartment complexes along Main Street. And I actually did talk to Michelle Blair. This is several weeks ago, where she said there's also a program through the state to get our seniors some sort of enhancement as far as monies go, to get them to spend at the farmers market. So the more we can get our seniors involved with Main Street, we have to make it safe for them. And what we hear from them is it's not safe crossing the street. The other item I want to address is I've read where, the monies have been approved for the alley that goes between 6th and 7th Street. And we're all waiting for the start of that. But there are two other alleys that are in really despicable condition. And I feel that if we got some sort of grading and gravel is fairly inexpensive, and if we could find some monies to fix these two particular alleys up, it'll prevent a lot of the standing water with the warm weather. Then we're looking at the bugs and the health risk and the rats and rodents and everything else that go with it. And one of them is Welford Alley, which is just behind the quick stop off of Main Street. And I can remember one year a huge truck from Prince George's County Police was parked behind the quick stop, and it was parked in about a foot of water. It was a little embarrassing to see that they had to park behind that quick stop in that water, because this is the vision they get of our Main Street area. And also the alley from Route 1 to 4th Street, which continues on across 4th Street and goes up to 5th Street. These alleys, and like I said, just a little bit of grading and some gravels would go a long way with these two alleys. They both were perked during the assessments, and they both eventually will get fixed. But it would be good to have a small maintenance to enhance these two particular alleys. Thank you, Mr. President. That's all I have.
Thank you, Councilman DeWalt. Moving on to Councilman Cole. Any comments or questions? Have your questions been answered in the memorandum, or do you have any more additional comments?
Good evening, Mr. President. I did just look through the memorandum that came out. I had asked 32 questions regarding the budget. Most of these have been answered. I did just send back a response for one other question, so I'll wait until the next budget session to hear back on that one.
Right. And Councilman Mitchell. Any questions or additional comments that weren't answered in the memorandum?
No, I just wanted to follow up on, I was asking for the revenue for each year from the speed cameras. I don't think I saw that, but I didn't have any other questions at the time. I just wanted to follow up on that.
Madam Clerk, Director Saylor, do you have an answer for Councilman Cole, for Councilman Mitchell at the moment, or is that something you have to get back to him with?
Mr. President, we're compiling that information for him.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
All right, so my questions and comments were honestly answered in the memorandum. So I'm sorry.
Mr. President,
Yes.
Michelle Saylor, the Director of Budget Personnel Services, does need to provide some updated information. Give her the floor, please.
Sure. Director Saylor, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just wanted to, I apologize. I just need to make two corrections on the ordinance. So the total for the expenditure department 290, which is the Laurel Police Department facility, that total should be 360,862. And the police budget 301 police should be 11,657,545. And this adjustment is due to that staffing exchange that where I put it in the wrong department. I put it in the maintenance and it should have been in the actual police department budget. And then the total of the revenue and expenditures is each 38,715,938. I just wanted to bring that to your attention before the meeting, before the official introduction of the ordinance.
You're muted, Mr. President. And
Sorry,
Mayor
Dr. Sell.
Mayor Mo has his hand up, Mr. President.
Mayor Mo.
Thank you, Mr. President. Councilman Dwell, can you give me the second alley you said? I'm sorry. I didn't, you said from Route 1 to 4th Street. Is that the alley behind Laurel Avenue you're talking about? You're muted, Carl. You're muted.
It goes up behind the armory.
Oh, okay.
It's a continuation, but you got to cross 4th Street and then it goes up to the armory.
Okay, thank you.
It's
Thank you,
stopped.
Mr. President.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. and Councilman DeWalt. An ordinance adopting the FY 2023 operating budget and capital improvement program is scheduled for introduction and first public hearing at the regular meeting starting at 6 p.m. tonight. Since there's no further business to come before council in this budget work session, this meeting is adjourned.